To collect one of Voldemort's Horcruxes in exchange for Godric Gryffindor's sword, Harry Potter and his friends bury Dobby in the garden of the Shell Cottage and then persuade Griphook to accompany them to Lestrange's vault at Gringotts. The wand maker, Ollivander, has already warned Harry that he is helpless against Voldemort while he is in possession of the Elder Wand. Hermione, with the help of a Polyjuice potion, posed as Bellatrix, Ron, in the guise of an unknown wizard, Harry, under the protection of the invisibility cloak, and Griphook, unseen. They sneak inside the vaults with the help of the Imperious Curse, but are ambushed by Gringotts security as soon as their cover is broken. They break into Lestrange's vault and get Helga Hufflepuff's cup, but Griphook betrays them and runs off with the sword, shouting, "Thieves! Thieves!" Using a captive dragon, Harry, Ron, and Hermione steal the Horcrux and make their getaway. Harry sees a vision of Voldemort hearing the news that the Horcrux was stolen as he and his friends wash ashore of a lake after jumping off the dragon. When Harry confronts Voldemort, he finds the villain angry and terrified. Voldemort eliminates the messenger goblins, including Griphook. More importantly, Harry realizes that the next Horcrux is connected to Rowena Ravenclaw and is located in Hogwarts. The three apparate to Hogsmeade with the intention of slipping into the school, but they are discovered by the Death Eaters after a caterwauling charm is activated. Aberforth Dumbledore, Albus's brother, appears to Harry in the mirror and saves the day. Neville Longbottom guides the group through a secret entrance to Hogwarts supplied by Aberforth. Dumbledore's army resisted Snape's rule, and the group now finds itself in the Room of Requirement. Under Snape's leadership, Hogwarts has become a soulless institution. In front of the entire student body, Harry confronts him, asking, "How can you stand where he stood? Reveal what transpired that fateful evening." "A man who had faith in you, and you looked him in the eye before shooting him to death," referring to Albus Dumbledore. Severus runs to his master after being attacked by Minerva McGonagall. In the meantime, Voldemort has assembled his army and is closing in on Hogwarts. McGonagall and the rest of the faculty at Hogwarts erected a defense to protect the campus from harm. In order to get a basilisk fang, which can destroy Horcruxes, ruin Hufflepuff's cup, and have an unexpected kiss, Hermione and Ron sneak inside the Chamber of Secrets. The Ravenclaw diadem was concealed by Voldemort in the Room of Requirement, and Harry learns this with the help of Rowena Ravenclaw's spirit daughter, Helena. When he arrives, he finds Malfoy and his pals waiting for him. Harry, Ron, and Hermione are forced to flee on broomsticks after one of Malfoy's henchmen starts an uncontrollable fire. Along the way, they end up saving Malfoy and his other pal. A basilisk fang is used to destroy the diadem. Voldemort breaks the protective barrier around Hogwarts with the Elder Wand. Voldemort and Snape subsequently have a meeting in the boathouse, where Voldemort explains to Snape that the Elder Wand is not truly his because he is not the master of it. Rather, Snape is the master of the wand because he murdered Dumbledore, the previous master. Voldemort then orders Nagini to assassinate Snape when he is attacked by the latter. Harry, meantime, had been peering into Voldemort's consciousness to determine his location and had determined that the Dark Wizard was at the boathouse. When Voldemort disapparates, Harry, Ron, and Hermione leave the scene and enter the boathouse. An emotional Snape observes that Harry has his mother's eyes, sheds a tear, and then passes away. As a result, Voldemort is able to read everyone's thoughts. He gives orders for a withdrawal so the Hogwarts combatants can properly bury their dead. Next, he warns Harry that Voldemort would eliminate anybody who stands in his way until Harry turns himself in at the Forbidden Forest. When Harry, Ron, and Hermione return to the castle, they discover the deaths of Lupin, Tonks, and Fred. Harry takes the pensieve to the headmaster's office to examine Snape's past. After Voldemort decided to kill Lily Potter, Harry's mother, Harry finds out that Snape has been on his side. Nearly his entire life, Snape had been in love with Lily, and he had sworn to Dumbledore that he would do anything to ensure that he was safe. Snape had already vowed to shield Harry in her stead, and after her death, he kept his word. Dumbledore reportedly instructed Snape to murder him since he knew he was dying anyway. In the end, it's revealed that Harry himself is a Horcrux. On that fateful night in Godric's Hollow, Voldemort unintentionally made one. Because of this, killing off Harry is an absolute need. Then Harry takes the snitch to the Forbidden Forest by saying, "I am ready to die." Harry discovers the resurrection stone inside the snitch and uses it to resurrect his loved ones who have passed away. Voldemort, who Harry must face, plans to kill with the killing curse. Harry awakens in a heaven-like realm and has a conversation with Dumbledore. Dumbledore tells Harry that Voldemort destroyed his part of the soul that was in Harry rather than Harry himself during their brief conversation. That's why Harry's planning another trip to the Forbidden Forest. His body was always there, but his consciousness was not. For Voldemort's own safety, Narcissa Malfoy is tasked with determining whether or not Harry is still alive. She reaches Harry, sees that he is still alive, and asks him softly if Draco is still there. After Harry gives the doctor the okay to declare him dead, he does so. While Hagrid is carrying a bound Harry, Voldemort's army approaches an unprotected Hogwarts, convinced that Harry is dead. Voldemort takes advantage of the situation by tormenting the students and faculty, who are now easy targets, and is prepared to accept any followers. After Harry's death, Neville gives an emotional speech in which he declares that the battle is far from finished. Next, he draws Gryffindor's sword from the hat that determined his house. Harry surprises Voldemort and his troops by showing up alive and casting a spell. The Malfoys and a lot of the other Death Eaters escape. Harry and Voldemort engage in a fierce spell fight inside the castle. On the other hand, Hermione and Ron endeavor to destroy Nagini, the final Horcrux. Unfortunately, that's not the case. Neville saves his friends' lives by decapitating the snake with the Gryffindor sword just as the serpent is ready to strike. Voldemort's death curse backfires and kills him as the Elder Wand flies to Harry as they exchange spells. When Ron and Hermione ask Harry who controlled the wand, he tells them that Draco did because he disarmed Dumbledore before Snape killed him. Then, at Malfoy Manor, Harry successfully disarmed Draco, establishing himself as the wand's rightful master. After that, Harry breaks the wand in half and discards it. Harry and Ginny are now parents, bringing their children, including Albus Severus Potter, onto Platform 9 March 4th. Harry reassures Albus, who is worried about being sorted into Slytherin, by telling him that their preferences will be considered by the Sorting Hat. The Potters run across Ron and Hermione, who are now married, and they all watch their children board the Hogwarts Express. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for other recaps.